Good afternoon, Mariachi. This is Mr. Ramos here. This video is for the Lincoln Middle School beginner violin class. Hope that you guys are all doing well. I'm going to go ahead and record for you guys the next assignment, break it down for you a little bit, and let's move on and let's keep on working hard. I hope everybody in your family, like I said, is doing good, and sure do miss you guys. Can't wait to see you guys again, hopefully next year. But let's get some work done regardless. Okay, last week's assignment was measures 1 through 8. This week's assignment is going to be measures 9 through 16. 9 through 16 is going to be this week's assignment, and it's going to be also with the metronome set at 85 beats per minute. 85 beats. We're going a little bit faster. Start moving a little bit faster, and eventually we'll speed it all. We'll speed it up to where it says 160 here. We'll try to go that fast, but we may go just a little bit slower. Okay. Like I said, hopefully everybody's doing good. Let's get right to it today. We're going to start off. Remember that we talked about last week, the last note that you had at the end of measure 8. The D that you have at the end of measure 8 is really a pickup note for measure 9. So whenever you play that, you're going to realize that the D is like a pickup note to measure 9. It's with that melody. But let's go on and start counting. Let's go through our steps here, starting at measures 9 through 16. And we're counting now at 85 beats per minute. So here's your metronome. Make sure you tap your foot. Measures 9 through 16, counting. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, and 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. Now, as you realize there that we had ties for the first assignment, you also have ties here in measures 11, at the end of measure 11, at the end of measure 13, and at the end of measure 15, you have notes that are tied to the next measure. So just make sure that you know that whenever you have a tie, that we add the beats together. You add the beats, and that's how long you sustain those notes. Okay? All right, let's talk about the fingering a little bit. So let's talk about the notes. We start off at measure 9. This is measure 9. We start off with the note E. First finger on the D string is E. And then we have the next note is D. And then back to E. Back to D. 2 E's and then back to D. And then you have a C natural. It's a low 2 on the A string. 2 C naturals and then to A. And then you have F sharp. It's on that second tape. And then D. And then you have E, and then D, and then G, and then F sharp, and then E, and then D, and then this note is pretty low. It's a low B, and it's going to play 2 fingers on the G string, and both fingers are going to be on the tapes. Okay. And that's the note that you're going to sustain pretty long, since it's a half note tied to a daughter half note. Remember, the daughter half note gets 3 beats and the half note gets 2 beats. So you're going to add 2 plus 3 equals 5. You're going to sustain that note for a total of 5 beats. Okay. So once again, here are the notes: E, D, E, E, D, C, C natural, low 2, low 2, A. And then F sharp, D, E, D, and then G, G, and then F sharp, E, D, B. Okay, and as you're doing that, I'm just going through the notes there. That way you guys have a good idea. Move my computer here a little bit. That way you guys can see a little bit better. Okay. All right. So then, so that's what we have there. Now, let's go ahead and note, name, and finger here. Note, name, and finger here. Now for C, I'm going to say C natural, and you're going to see me finger the notes here. 1, 2, 3, here I go. E, D, E, E, D, C, C, A, F sharp, D, E, D, G, F sharp, E, D, B. Okay. Now, if you're noticing, I'm kind of tapping. If you're looking at the video, I'm tapping the string that I'm supposed to be plucking, and I'm just doing that for no name and finger right now since we're not plucking. So I'm going E D E D C C A F sharp D E D G F sharp E D B. Okay, that's what we're doing right now at this moment. All right, now let's go ahead and pluck it, pizzicato, and guitar position. And you're gonna want to do this one, and I'm not able to get this instrument in playing position just yet because I don't have my video, my arm that I use in class that I attach to it and I project on the screen. It's not working right now, so I'm trying to figure out how to do this, but just kind of watch here as I now pizzicato in guitar position. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. Again, pizzicato, guitar position, measures 9 to 16. 1, 2, 3, here we go. And make sure you let that last note ring its full 5 beats that we're going to be holding that out for, okay? Alright, Mariachi, so after we are able to pizzicato it in guitar position, I'm going to go ahead and pizzicato for you one more time in guitar position from 9 to 16. Here we go. Don't mind this arm that I have here. It's going to be for a little closer up video of the with my fingers. That way you guys can see what's going on with my fingers here. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. Okay. After playing it in a guitar position, then we can pluck it and playing position. You go through that step on your own there at 85 beats per minute. And then of course the bow. Now let's talk a little bit about the bow in here. When we play with the bow, measure 9 should start with the down bow. And remember that as we play, we're starting everything at the balance point. Everything's starting at the balance point. And we want to make sure that we use as much bow as we can within our control. And don't use so much bow that you start getting really crooked here on your instrument. Okay, you want to use as much bow as you can while staying in control here. So just be very careful with that and make sure that you guys are on the right track with that. Starting at the balance point. Okay, metronome. Measures 9 through 16. What's your bow hold? Thumb out. 1, 2, 3, 9 through 16, and measures 9 to 16. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, and just make sure that when you're playing that, I know there, do it as many times as you need to do it, and so you can really start getting it as clean as you can. And you want to do it way cleaner than Mr. Ramos, right? That you want to try to be as clean as you possibly can. And so don't be afraid to record it 4, 5, 6 times. The best one that you get, that's the one I want you to send me. And we will be talking next week once this assignment is due. The next assignment when we have at 19, we're going to talk a little bit about vibrato, and I'm going to start introducing that, and I'm going to show you how you can do this at home with household items, okay? All right, guys. Well, hopefully this helps you. Next week's assignment is going to be due on Wednesday, measures 9 through 16, Cielito Lindo, at 85 beats per minute. 85 beats per minute, okay? All right. Happy practicing.